Hello children, welcome to biology class. Today let's discuss about fertilization and implantation. So first we are going to discuss about fertilization. What is that? You know that during copulation or coitus, the semen is released by the penis into the vagina. This process is known as insemination. And the motile sperm swings rapidly, pass through the cervix and enter into the uterus and finally reach the junction of isthmus and ampulla. And this junction we can call as ampullary isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. See, the junction is denoted here, that is ampullary isthmic junction here. And the ovum released by the ovary is also transported to ampullary isthmus junction where fertilization takes place. So fertilization can only occur if the ovum and the sperm are transported simultaneously to the ampullary isthmic junction. Children, this is the reason why not all copulations lead to fertilization and pregnancy. Clear? Then, in single sentence, how can we explain the process of fusion of sperm with an ovum is called fertilization. Okay. So, from millions of sperms, only one sperm can enter to the ovum, and once it entered to the ovum, some changes happens to the whole layer of ovum and thus it prevents polyembryony. So during fertilization, a sperm come in contact with the zona pellucida layer, that is outer layer of ovum, and induces changes in the membrane that block entry of additional sperms. Thus, it ensures only one sperm can fertilize an ovum. Okay? So the secretions of the acrosome help the sperm enter into the cytoplasm of the ovum through the zona pellucida and plasma membrane. So, what are the steps of fertilization? First step, sperm is released by the male and they begin to beat rapidly, pushing them in all directions. Then sperm come in contact with the egg. Then third step, acrosome releases enzyme that dissolves an opening through the egg. Then head enters the egg while tail remains outside. Then sperm's head moves towards the nucleus of the egg. Then chromosomes come together. One egg is fertilized. A protective membrane surrounds the zygote which does not allow any other sperm cells to enter the egg cell. See, it is explained. The steps of fertilization is explained with the help of diagram. So this is a sperm. What happened? The sperm makes contact with the egg. That's the first step. Then we know that on the head part it is having acrosome. Acrosome react with the layer of egg, that is zona pellucida. Then acrosome reacts with perivitelline space of egg. Then plasma membrane of sperm and egg fuses. See, here the fusion of plasma membrane of sperm and egg takes place. Then sperm nucleus enters to egg. Then cortical granules fuse with here plasma membrane. Here you can see presence of cortical granules. So the inner side of egg, those cortical granules fuse with egg plasma membrane, which renders the vitelline layer impenetrable to sperm. So it prevents the entry of any other sperm to the egg. Clear? So this induces a completion of meiotic division of secondary oocyte. We know that a condition of egg is at secondary oocyte. Then the second meiotic division is also unequal and result in the formation of a second polar body and a haploid ovum or oocyte. So only this condition we can call it as an ovum. Okay. So soon the haploid nucleus of the sperm and that of ovum fuse together to form a diploid zygote. Clear, children? Then how many chromosomes will be there in the zygote? 23 plus 23. That is 46 number of chromosomes, isn't it? Children, one has to remember that the sex of the baby has been decided at this stage itself. As you know, the chromosome pattern in the human female is XX and that in male is XY. So therefore, all the haploid gametes produced by the female will contain only X chromosome, whereas male gamete, that is sperm, contain either X or Y. Hence, 50% of the sperms carry X chromosome, while other 50% of the sperms carry Y chromosome. Then after the fusion of male and female gamete, the zygote would carry either XX or XY, depending on whether the sperm carrying X or Y fertilize the ovum. So it is, we can easily explain it with the help of this diagram further, which is having XY chromosomes. So half the number of sperms will carry X chromosome and the remaining half with Y, but all the eggs are having X chromosome. And during fusion, what happens if XX is there in the zygote, it will be baby girl, and if XY is there, it will be baby boy. Okay. So, the zygote carrying XS could be developed into female baby and XY could be a male baby. Children, that is why scientifically it is correct to say that the sex of the baby is determined by the father and not by the mother. So, you can expect question from this, is it correct to blame a lady by giving birth to baby girl? So you can write your answers scientifically by drawing this diagram. Okay, children, it's a must question. You can expect this question for your examination. Okay. Then the next process is implantation. Children, this diagram is there in our textbook. So here you can see the stages of egg. Just explained by using letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Can you see it? And the stages is same stages are given here also. Okay. So this is matured ovum and the stage of secondary oocyte. So the meiotic division starts at the zygote, moves through the isthmus of oviduct called cleavage towards the uterus and form 2, 4, 8, 6 daughter cells called blastomeres. So, soon after the entry of sperm into it, the zygote formation takes place. Then, mitotic division or cleavage will takes place from the single cell of zygote. It divides and forms 2 cells, then 4, then 8, then 16 daughter cells are formed and it is called blastomeres. Clear? Then, the embryo with 8 to 16 blastomeres is called a morula. See, so this condition we can call an embryo as morula. So what is the cell stage? 8 to 16 blastomeres will be there. Then, so this is E. So here in this diagram you can see this is the stage of morula. See, it reaches up to here. Okay, but still it is not reached to the womb. Then what happens to morula? The morula continues to divide and transform into blastocyst as it moves further into uterus. So this is diagram F, this is diagram F and this is diagram G. This condition of embryo is known as blastocyst. Okay, so one more diagram. So the blastomeres and the blastocysts are arranged into outer layer. See, the blastomeres are arranged into an outer layer called trophoblast and inner group of cells. You can see inner mass cells attached to the trophoblast called inner cell mass. And the trophoblast layer then gets attached to the endometrium. Here you can see attached to endometrium and the inner cell mass get differentiated as the embryo. Clear? So here you can see the implanted embryo on the endometrium. So after the attachment, the uterine cells divide rapidly and covers the blastocyst. As a result, what happened? Blastocysts become embedded in the endometrium of the uterus. This is called implantation and it leads to pregnancy. Clear? The process of implantation is clear. So children, read the textbook thoroughly and analyze each and every diagram given in our textbook. We can expect questions from it. Okay, study well.